All right, here we go. Good evening, everybody. It is another stream. Let me get some. Oh, we don't want to see the microphone in the camera there. There we go. Oh, I'm still in the mic. Let's get it out of there. There we go. Okay, that's better. All right. Okay, so what are we going to do this time? I thought let's do just something for fun, right? So we're going to do a macOS application today, and at least we're going to start working on one of them here, and we're going to start completely from scratch. So let's pull up Xcode here. We're going to create a new Xcode project. Let's go to macOS, and let's do an app. All right. We will call this, let's call this desktop exploration. We're just gonna have some fun today with some different things, right? Try out maybe some of the new stuff, see how we can do with that in some of the macOS application stuff. So that's what we're gonna do here. Feel free to ask questions and jump in if you have any questions at all. I see we have some new followers here. Thank you to all of my new followers. Greatly appreciate that. You can go to compileswift.com to find more structured content if you are interested in doing some Swift and Apple development, that kind of stuff. And please feel free to drop by the chat and say hello. So let's go ahead here. We're just going to create this. All right. Let's make this a bit bigger here. See if we can get something a little more useful in size. All right, there we go. We're going to go all the way because we want to have a little space here for our Mac application, maybe. All right, let's get that up and running. Let's run that. So this is a Swift UI based application we're going to do here. Take a minute for it to spin it up. And as you can see, not much going on, right? We got the template. We just got the hello world. Let's get things running here, though, and let it figure some of this out ahead of time for us. So I'm just going to run it here so that we can see that all we're going to get is a really, really boring application. And while it's doing that, I'm just going to pull up over here, make sure the stream's looking good. If I can find my own stream, it's got to be out there somewhere, right? There it is. Okay. Looks like the sound is good. If it's not, let me know. Sounds nice and clear though, so I think we're going to be okay. Video looks good. Turn the volume down. I don't need to hear myself talking to me, so myself in my ear so loud. We don't need that. Okay, there we go. All right, so as you can see, we've got an expandable window here. Actually, I'm not even sure. Is it going to let me expand it? Nope, it's not even. You can go from small to very small. Okay, so there we go. Not doing much. All right, let's start doing this. So first thing we're going to do is let's just get rid of this text. Well, actually, let's leave the text for now. Let's get this window looking a bit better, right? So for the view, we've got this here. Let's put this in a container. We'll just start with the VStack here. Hopefully the font is big enough that you can all see it. Let me know if it isn't. Should be though, because it's huge on my screen here. All right, and we're going to set the frame size at a width and a height. So let's do a width of 1024 by say 800. I'm pretty sure most desktops could handle that. Alignment doesn't really matter for now, so we're just going to get rid of that one. All right, let's get this to resume. Actually, I will make this a bit bigger here so we can see it. There we go. Hello world in the center. Let's just run that, make sure it should give us a bigger window. Yeah, there it is. Huge window, small text. That is all it's going to do. But you will notice that that is the size now, right? Okay, there we go. Fantastic. All right, let's start. What I think I want to do, have some fun here with this. And I'm curious about the new stuff about putting, making the toolbars at the top, right? The menu bars, you know what I'm talking about? you know, that you see up here where they have the new tools. Let me pull something up here and I'll show you. Let's try the Finder here. All right, so this is what I'm talking about, where we've got this stuff up here in the top of the frame, right? That's the kind of thing that I'm thinking. I want to try and play around with this because one of my apps that I've got, a personal app, would be kind of nice to have these tools up here like that. All right. Don't need to drop those headphones off because the audio is looking good. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's figure out how we do this. Because I don't know about you, but I've not done this. So we're going to find out. See if there's a toolbar. Menu, navigation link. Scroll view. Tab bar. Got to be in there somewhere, right? Don't make me go to the documentation so early to find this thing. That'd be annoying. Yeah, all right. Maybe I have to. Is there a tool? There's the toolbar items. Toolbar. Populates the toolbar or navigation bar with the views you provide. Don't want to do that. Populates the toolbar navigation with the specified items, allowing for user customization. Okay, that sounds a bit more like it, doesn't it? Let's see, there's got to be a better way of doing this though, right? Let's go to the browser. So give me 1 second here. All right. So we want to create a Mac OS toolbar using Swift. How do I add a toolbar to a Mac OS app using Swift UI? That sounds like the question, doesn't it? As of macOS 11, you likely want to use the new API as documented, the new standard. NS window tool, yeah, no. The toolbar builder, that sounds more like it, right? Let's borrow this one from here, see what it gets us. Oops. Copy and paste from Stack Overflow. You knew it was going to happen at some point, right? You just knew it was going to happen. Now I wonder, it'd be really nice if I could just put it down here. I don't see any reason why it should be in the view, right? Oh, okay. Maybe it does want it in the view. Find record progress in Xcode. Oh, of course. Yeah. All right. Do a live preview. Oh, look. There it is, right there. That was pretty straightforward, wasn't it? Yay for copy and paste. Okay. So let's do something a little more interesting with that. Wow. There it is. No code attached to it yet, so let's just create a function here. Function, do something. Just do something. I don't mind what. Just print in the console. Clicked on toolbar button, right? So if I understand this correctly, actually what we can do is get rid of this. We just tell it to do something. Okay. Do I not need to? Oops. And there you go. Clicked on toolbar button. All right, that was pretty straightforward. Boy, easy wins so far tonight, right? Look at that, easy wins right there. So we got our toolbar. We got our button. Click the button, and then we got an action to do something. So let's now start doing something a bit more interesting with it. Let's build out some more interesting stuff going on here. So we've got this VStack, right? So what you're going to see is if I put another one of those, you're going to get the idea real fast here. And good evening to all the viewers. How you doing? Okay, so we've got this VStack going on. Let's do, let's see, what should we do? Let's add some entry fields. So let's say that these are the labels, right? So name, let's do this, name and website. All right. And then each of these, so we're going to put an entry field next to it. So what we're actually going to want here is an H stack, right? It's going to be an H stack for each of these. It'll make sense in a second. Okay. So we're going down, but we're also going across. Does that make sense? Hope it makes sense. All right. And then in here, we'll put a text field. We will need something to bind it to. So let's just do, let's do some. Right. It's going to be a string. Let's see. It's been about a week, couple of weeks since I wrote any Swift code. So too much turkey, too much fun time. So I'm probably going to screw something up here. All right. So we want title and the text, which is a string. And yeah, let's have a prompt. So the title, actually, let's do this. So you can see very verbosely what's going on here. Text field title. The text will be, sorry, also have it bar. The text here is going to be the binding to name, okay? And then the prompt will just say enter a name, right? Let's see if it's happy. Nope. Oh, yeah, sorry. That's my mistake. I should have put $sign in front there. That one cannot convert value, I can't even read it. Cannot convert value of type string to expected argument text. All right. So this should be text. Is this what you're telling me? And then, yep, down here, because we've got the binding, I got to put something in there. So we'll just put nothing for now. All right. Work through these one by one. Convert value. Cannot convert value of type string to expected argument binding. Oh, yep. Sorry. It's going to be a constant. And so we'll just put a constant of an empty string. Well, I remembered that one. You'd think I'd remember the other ones, but that's the one I never remember. Okay. All right, let's run this. Did it run? Well, it thinks there's an error. So what is, oh, because I got to supply it here as well. Oh, okay. So the binding here is going to be a string. Again, just make it nothing. Dot constant and a value of nothing. Okay, there we go. So we've got enter a name. That's our prompt, right? And then we've got that. Let's do something for the website here as well. So it's gonna break this again because you know it's gonna say, wait a minute. But you get the idea with the stacking, right? So you've got this horizontal stack to stack the name, and just bring this up here. You got the H stack, which is going to be the name with the text field next to it, and then you've got inside the outside of there the vertical stack, which is essentially 2 rows, right? Makes sense? Hopefully it makes sense. Okay, so let's now just replicate this here. So again, we've got the website with the padding. I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to, first of all, let's add the binding. Right, and it's just going to be a string, and then I'm going to take that text field and go down here, oops, and do the same thing. So I've got that one there, but of course this one here we're going to want to enter a website, right? So we'll just say enter a URL. And we need to change the binding here to bind to the correct one, website. Now when we run it, we'll get the same thing, hopefully, unless I messed it up, and I did because I forgot to put this one down here. Same thing, all right, constant. These just don't need to have anything on there. And it's going to say the same thing. Let's just run it to prove it. See, there you go. Whoops. Fix it. And the website is going to be a constant. Again, nothing, right? But, you know, let me show you. You could put something in there, right? So we'll just send in compile Swift. Actually, yeah, this one will do. Yeah, compile Swift. There we go. All right. Run this. So you can see, right, it's pre-populating because it's got a value, right? The value is an empty string on the name, but there's an actual value within the string for the website. So of course, because it's bound to it, it's going to populate that there in the view. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Okay, great. So now we've got these two here. Let's do something with our button up here. So what about if let's see if we have this so that if you click that, it tries to open up the website in a web browser. What do you think? Sound like fun? Let's do that. Okay. So we're looking at our do something down here, right? So I'll do something down here. Let's do this. Let URL equal the website. But we don't really want this to be a string. We do need it to be a URL. So you're going to see what happens here, right? And I'm going to do that because what it's going to say is cannot convert a value of type string to specified type URL, right? So what you're going to do is, oh, hey, Megan, how you doing? Hello, world. Yeah, it's late. What are you doing? Hey, everybody, you should definitely check out Megan's stream. Megan, put your live stream in the chat so that people can capture it. She is awesome. I was watching her stream earlier today, and hopefully I'm going to get as much code right as she did. I don't know. We'll try. But good to have you here. Thank you. All right. So what would we need to do here, right, is it's saying, look, you know, you've got this text field with a string in it, but hey, I can't convert this string. And not that late, just watching TV. Yeah, you know what? I'm doing this because I'm going to watch TV later, believe it or not. I know. All right. There you go. Thank you, Megan. Yes, everybody, you need to go subscribe right now and follow Megan's stream because she does some fantastic things on there. She's really creative with all the different things that she plays around with, and it's just good fun and fantastic chat as well. Okay, so we've got this website, right? And it's saying, you know, cannot convert it to a URL. So how are we going to do that? Well, we know it's a string, right? Because it's a string up here. Definitely not get that much right. You got a decent amount right. I think you made some good calls. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, Kate, you know, this is a URL, and we're sort of cheating here. Well, it's not cheating. What we're doing is, for those of you who don't know, we're casting, right? So we're saying this string, we want this string to act as if it's a URL, so it can be assigned to a type URL, right? Makes sense to everybody? It will. No exact matches in call to initializer. What? Maybe I got that wrong. What did I get wrong? That should be right. Let's keep going. I'm going to fix this as we go. So now what we're going to is, again, once we've got a URL, we want to tell the system browser, like, you know, okay, I'm on a Mac here. Pop open a web browser and open this URL that I'm going to do here. For those of you that have joined us, the whole idea here was I wanted to play around with the Mac toolbar. So let me comment out the bad code so you can see it here. Right, so I just put on some fields, but what it is, I want to play around with this, creating some stuff on the toolbar up here on the Mac software. So I just got this button, and when you click this button, it's going to execute the code that we have down here, right? That's what's going on. Surprisingly, a lot easier to do this up here than I thought it was going to be, so that didn't take long at all. Yay for copy and paste on Stack Overflow, so no shame in that. We all do it, right? You can't remember everything. Especially when you get to my age, you can't remember hardly anything at all. So there you go. All right, so now let's see. So we want the URL to be, did I mess something up here? Oops. No exact matches in call to initialize it. So hold on. That URL equal maybe you don't cast it here. Maybe I got that wrong. I'm sure that's how I did it. Okay, string. Okay, let's try it now. Website. Are you happy now, Xcode? Of course you're not happy. Oh yeah, okay. When the optional value is nil. Don't do this at home, kids. But I'm gonna force it because I know it's not nil because I set it up there. Don't do it at home. Copy and paste for life. Yeah, right. Wait, where's my thing? I don't know if you can see this on the camera. The cover for my keyboard here, and you know, all the awesome stickers on here. One of them is, I'm trying to remember. I think this sticker came from dev.2, right? The dev life. So, you know, copy and pasting from Stack Overflow right there, right? See if I can get it. Don't be ashamed. It's fine. Oh, and also, for every developer, this is here on it to remind me every day. You code for people, not for machines, right? There you go. Because you got to have stickers everywhere. Got to have stickers. Okay, so we're forcefully unwrapping this. You could, you know, I guess you could say you should do it that way, right? Yeah, it's cool, right? Thank you. Yeah, Dev2 sent me some stickers, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. All right, so let me show you the other ways that you can do this. So yeah, you can force unwrap it. It's safe to do it here because I know it's got a value, but what you would really do is say, okay, if the value is nil, what should I do? Well, give it a default value of nothing, all right? Or we could do like, you know, whatever, right? Let's do all right, we'll give Apple a plug. Dev2 is a fantastic resource. I don't write on there anywhere near as much as I should, but there is just a mountain of articles that I read all the time. Great people on there too. Hey, CocoType, how you doing? How was your weekend? Okay, so I don't think it's going to like that, right? Because this should also be a URL with string. I think that's what it's going to tell me. No, the error's getting worse. Okay. Let's just randomly keep clicking in Xcode until it works. All right. Hey, Nicholas. Whoa, we have got the house party in today, people. How you all doing? You're all here. All right. So let me run down what this is for those of you that don't know. So we said take this binding that will be put up in the text field, right? Pretend it's a URL so we can populate this URL. But if it's empty, which it never will be, but long but not enough. I know, right? Hands up, all those who have any turkey left, by the way. Got a little bit of turkey left. But stuffing's finished and everything else. And I'm just like, whew. And just I'll put the plug in here because I'm terrible at plugging these things. Remembering to do it. I did put out a new Compile Swift podcast earlier about a sneak peek about some stuff coming up. So check that out. compileswift.com/podcast to see what's happening there. Got an awesome thing being recorded this week. Very super excited about it. All right, so we said, but what if it's nil? Okay, well, if it's nil, which it never will be, but let's make Xcode happy. Put in this value right here, right, as if it was a URL. Just to make Xcode happy. I only made legs, so they're totally gone. Good call. Good call. You know, it's funny. Have you ever noticed, at least in my house, it's always the desserts that finish quicker than anything else? Weird, right? Totally bizarre. But I hope you all had a good weekend. Going to be diving into another week here, right? Can you believe December? Right there. Okay, so we got this. Now, here's going to be the interesting part. I've done this on iOS. I have not done this on Mac, so we'll see what happens. Nicholas says, totally still have turkey. See, I knew I could rely on somebody out there to have turkey still. All right, there you go. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I wonder how you do this on a Mac. I've not done this on Mac. That's part of the reason I'm doing this, is just to have some fun with macOS programming tonight, by the way. So I'm gonna have to look this up. Well, I will if I can find my, there it is. Okay. So we want to open a URL using Swift on macOS. It's going to be embarrassingly simple, and I'm going to look at it and go, yeah, that's exactly what I should have known. Oh, wait. It's only fair. Hacking with Swift. Awesome site. If you don't know it, Paul Hudson, Hacking with Swift, right? We're going to borrow that line right there. Thank you, sir. Let's get rid of that. Okay. What do you think? Is it going to be that easy? Any votes? What do you think? Yay? Nay? I totally lost my browser. Where's it gone? Okay. Fun with programming? Well, this, okay. You know what? Yeah. See, dry English sense of humor, which you all get, thankfully. My fun with programming is, this is the programming I can write that screws up because it's not the day job, and I don't feel I need to fix it in the next 2 seconds. So there you go. Is this Catalyst or standard? Standard. This is just a standard macOS app that I opened up fresh, new, unwrapped in Xcode. But I'm wondering if that cannot find you app. Yeah, your app won't work then. I don't want to use Catalyst. We don't want to use Catalyst, right? But wait, is it the structure and behavior of an app? What do you think? My guess is it's on NS Workspace, because everything that touches other apps is on NS Workspace. Okay. See, everybody should be pressuring CocoType to say, you know what? If you did a stream, we could learn from you on this. Just saying. You think it's shared still? Look at you, CocoType. Bringing it, as always, bringing your A game to my Y game. Like why am I doing this, right? What's it complaining here? Replace. All right. Jeez. Okay, replace it, and then fix it, and then put one back. Don't you love, by the way, in Xcode when it's like, I want to help you out. I want to fix this problem. Click here, I'll fix it. So you click it, and then it's like, oh, I've made another problem for you. Tell you what, click it again, and we'll do it again. And then we'll fix it twice for you because I'm Xcode, and I know what I'm doing. Yep. All right. Any bets? Gonna work? Thank you, CocoType. All right, so we've got compileswift.com in here. In theory, no pressure, but this is all CocoType's line of code here, so the pressure's on now. If I hit the button up here on the toolbar, should execute the code, open the browser, which I don't know what my default browser is on this machine. Can't remember. Can't be opened. All right, and then bring up the URL. So it can open. Thank you, Megan. Have fun. Have a good week. Totally glad that I got to spend some time watching your stream earlier. Have fun with it. Have a good one. Technically, only the class name is CocoType's fault. That's true. Okay, so yeah, okay, fair enough. We'll give the first part of the error, which is probably not that, and it's probably mine, right? So let's go back and nope, wrong browser, because I want you to see it. But it didn't open the default browser. So ns workspace open URL on macOS. Oh, hang on. Just to be clear, using Swift. Swift open URL in default browser. Technically, yeah, all right. If any, open URL, Swift 3 or later. Oh, hang on. Why are they importing Coco? That can't be it, right? I mean, that can't be it. Yeah, that's got to be old. What are they? I don't know why they're importing Coco there. I think that's crazy. I'm just gonna borrow this. Shared workspace, open URL. For iOS, you can do. Yeah, that's. Get rid of that. Do some comparisons here. Oh, I only did shared. I didn't do workspace. Okay. I don't think it's going to like any of that either, though, but. Here we go again. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Update stuff, break other stuff. Oh, Lord. I feel like I'm going to end up exactly where I started here, right? Replace shit. Ah. What was the actual error? Maybe something sandbox related? I guess it might be. Hold on one second. Let's... I'm laughing to myself because you just knew that somehow it was going to end up exactly where it was, right? Let's run it again here. Okay, so boom. Okay, the application can't be opened. Minus 50. Minus 50. You know what? Let's do this, right? Let's, just in case, let's archive this sucker and make it an actual app. You know, error minus 50 is going to be something like, oh yeah, you know, nothing. Distribute. Just copy it to my desktop, please, already. Come on. Good Lord. Just do it. Hey, you know what? At least it compiled quickly, right? All right, so it's not that. Okay. Minus 50. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna Google this. A bad parameter. All right, thank you, sir. Oh, wait, no, I did do URL. Best answer you can find. Hey, it's a good answer. Thank you. Let's just start here. See if there's anything different between mine and theirs. Well, okay, I didn't put HTTPS, but why would that? That can't be it, right? I mean, that would be silly. It should just fail to open the URL. Well, dang. All right, hold on. Let's see if that will really. What do you think? I mean, that would be weird, right? All right, I'll pop open your URL in a second. Thanks. Wow. Okay. How weird is that? So I really thought that should just, hey, try to do the thing and say. So it's if you don't have, HTTP or TPS on there, I guess it just doesn't pick it up and say it's a URL. That's surprising. Okay. Because what if someone didn't type it in? Print the URL. What does it think the scheme is? All right. It clearly thinks it's a URL, just not a, yeah, no, right? So let's do it again. Let's take that off of there. We'll run it before. Yeah, just replace. Otherwise, that force unwrap would have crashed it. Boom. Okay. So it's there. I guess maybe it just thinks it's a. Let's breakpoint that. That's really interesting. Okay. Make some of these windows a little bigger here for us. So he thinks it's a foundation.url. NSURL. URL string. Okay. Let's see if it sees it any different. We do it this way. Oh, yeah. Force quit my failing app, please. Okay. I don't know which one it is now. Stop it. Foundation URL, NSURL. Clean my Mac, not friends with breakpoints. Hey, don't not clean my Mac. Clean my Mac cleans out a ton of crap on my app, on my machine, but doesn't like it. Yeah. It's like, hey, I don't know what a breakpoint is. Why would you be doing this? People still write Mac apps? I should force quit this right now. All right. So it didn't see it any different. That's interesting. Okay. Just to make sure. Get rid of this. Right. Let's not. That is commented out, right? Yep. Okay. No. All right. Interesting. So I think it's me. I don't know how. I think it's. Take away all of this. I think that may have been my problem. I think that was the problem. Okay, so it didn't work there. Oh, okay, so that's not what's going on. Right, string. String. I mean, seriously, what's the difference? Get rid of all of that. Make this a bit wider here. Same difference, right? Make sure I didn't break anything. Yeah, okay. So that's good. What did not happy about? I'm really curious. I know this is probably making it really boring for everybody, but I'm really curious as to what the hell's going on in this, right? Your text field now doesn't have the HTTPS. Did I not put it in? Did I put it in? See, yeah, no, it's that's just a pre-populating, right? So let me back up. All right, it's just the one in there from the default, right, prompt. Yeah, that okay. So it actually is something to do with the I've messed up somehow the binding. Thank you, CocoType. Somehow I've messed up the binding with. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm a total idiot. I was right and I was wrong because what I haven't done here, I just realized, right? Hold on, maybe I got myself messed up, right? That one's not me. I'm still, yeah, it's not you. It's not you. I think what I've done, I've somehow, it's not updating, right? When they hit the, oh. Yeah, you know why? I just realized what it is. And we're all going to slap ourselves on the head with this one. I'm just a rubber duck now. You know why? You know what it is? Well, I know the binding's there, right? So it should update. I just thought of something. You know what? I didn't hit return. What do you think? So probably naively I'm doing it. It's not update. I didn't update. It's not updating the variable because I didn't hit return. It didn't actually change, right? So if I do, let's do peterwitham.com, hit return. No, it's not that either. But you see what I'm getting at, right? It's not this value unless I'm just definitely in need of more coffee. Stop it, run it. Stop it, run it. Okay. So right now that's the default value. I've not put anything in, right? I'm just going to put in but I'm not going to hit return. So now when I hit the button, going to pull up compile Swift because that's still what it is because the value hasn't changed. Make sense? I think that's my mistake here. So if I hit return, now do it. Yeah, it still hasn't updated the value. So CocoType, you were right in this one here needed to be changed. And what's not happening is it's not picking up the value, the binding hasn't been updated. Make sense? Right? So it's still the old one, which I'm surprised, but okay. So that's what's going on there. Yeah, because let me think. The state changed, but there was nothing to re-render it and update the value. I guess that's probably what was going on. I meant that the text in the text field needed to be changed, which I guess it does, but I'm not sure why it isn't. Me neither, right? Hey, Mom and Pop Play. Thank you for following. Appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. How's it going out there? Thank you. So that's what's happening here. It's not picking up on the value of the text field, which seems odd because it seems to me like it should, right? Unless, am I missing like the obvious here? I mean, I know it's been a little while since I did some Swift UI stuff, but come on. Am I missing the obvious? Should these be changed? They're bindings, but it needs to know the state has changed as well, right? Well, that should work, I think. I'm not aware of why it shouldn't. On submit. I mean, we could do that, right? So on submit, we could say, you know, I think $website equals. No, I mean, I don't feel like this is needed. What happens if you make it a state instead of a binding? I was wondering that. That's what I was just thinking. Was previously, maybe I've used state and just didn't think about it, right? Let's find out what errors we can get here. No errors? Wow. Oh, we got to close these because stop everything. Stop the presses. Clean my Mac. Didn't do it for me. Go away. Thank you. Okay, build failed. Why did it fail? Type string is no member constant. Type string is no member well, that. Okay, that does actually make sense. Yeah, all right. Hang on, let's clean that up. Get rid of one, right? Missing argument for, yeah, fix it. The website, nothing. That one should be happy. Now we've got to go fix the other one. Website, let's do the same thing over here. So let's make sure this is really working right. So website is now nothing. Build it, run it. Okay, no URLs. There you go. State forces, well, by using state, it'll force it to go back, re-render the view, presumably update it, and then away it goes. Which is interesting because you would think that the binding would be good enough, right? So there you go. We know the answer. Weird. Thank you, CocoType. I should just have a banner. I need to make a graphic that I can push one button every 5 seconds. It just says thank you, CocoType. Would that be right? Hey, everybody. If you haven't seen it before, you should definitely check out CocoType's stream, by the way. He does a lot of very interesting, cool stuff with Swift. CocoType, put your URL for your Twitch in the chat. Maybe that had something to do with it. Your binding was defined as a constant. You know, It could be, I guess. I don't. The only reason I know to put a constant here is because it stops the errors. I've never really fully read up on that in there. I just know that to get it working in my previews, that's what I've had to do before. But you got me wondering, right? If I can do a, if you can do a dot constant, right? And what if you can do a, I don't know, Swift UI property wrappers. Let's take a look at this. Oh, should we read this together? All right. State. So the state property wrapper is used inside of view objects. Yeah. Made to state. Yes, because I know that that's how I've been validated the state before, right? To make it, if you, just basically change the state. In fact, it's funny because I was suggesting this to Megan earlier to force refresh a view for her on her stuff. Just use the quick reference image at the top. Yeah, you could read it. Just look at the pictures. Just look at the pictures. Needs to be a pop-up book, right? A Swift pop-up book. What are you displaying? Value type, object. Yeah, observed. Yeah, regular. Okay, it does make sense. Yeah. I love this. Pasted in from the outside. Local view state. Okay, that answers it. Thank you, CocoType. All right. Well, the funny thing is, I really thought it would take a lot longer to do all the things that we've already done here, which is bizarre, because I don't know how long I've been streaming, but it feels like we did all this in 5 minutes. 53 minutes. Okay, I guess I was just having way too much fun with it. So there you go. All right, so we've got a couple of Mac things here. Let's do some other stuff. I don't know what else to do. And now what I want to do is go back to my app and bring in the toolbar stuff. There is something I want to do in one of my apps, which is a Mac app, but I've been avoiding going down the rabbit hole because it's going to be a rabbit hole or it's going to be really simple, which is autocomplete. Meaning that, like for example, if you've got let's say I've got an array of words or something like that, right, in the app, or some content that I've put in the app, that as I'm typing, it would autocomplete. And the reason I'm saying that is I have some of you who followed the stream regularly will have seen it before, my Markdown blog post making app, and it has a field to put tags in. It's just a text field, right? And so you put like, Swift, comma, UI view, comma, so on, right? I'd love for it to be able to read the other posts if I've used them before, offer to autocomplete that syntax for me, because you know how it is, right? Freeform text fields are the bane of all evil data things, as we all know. It could be the word Swift with a capital S or Swift with a lowercase s, or so on and so on. And next thing you know, they're treated as separately. So I really wanted to have an autocomplete thing going on there. Have no idea how to do it. Kind of feel like maybe that would be the next adventure for me to have, because I've been procrastinating and avoiding it. And I know I should probably do it because it's going to come up at some point for something. I don't know. It's just a little scary, right? It does sound like fun. I guess secretly, what I was hoping was maybe CocoType would do it on his stream first, and we can all watch it and learn from it on there. But somehow I'm thinking it's going to end up with me doing it because he does far more clever things than I do, is how I would do it. Let me just reply to something here. Yeah, CocoType's a lot cleverer than I am. He does a lot of really cool stuff. I feel like his stuff is always way cooler than mine, but maybe because I don't understand some of it. The closest thing I have is my search and destroy window, but it's not really auto-completing. No, but it is. Actually, that's an interesting point, because it is doing some of that stuff though, right? I'm going to just grab something here. I will be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, back. CocoType, did you do that to test my caps? Because I forgot to turn it off after last time. 29 messages were deleted by a moderator. Streamlabs timed out CocoType for once. CocoType, what did you do? Oh my god, that's funny. And the caps got you last time, didn't it? If I remember rightly. And I was like, oh, I should turn that off because that's ridiculous. And guess what? Didn't do it. Yeah. I need to turn that off. I'm gonna make myself I'm gonna make myself a note here to fix this because you should be able to use caps. We're programmers. It's our daily language, right? Let me make myself a note here. Turn off caps on stream. There you go. It's written down, I promise. Oh, that's so funny. I like that it's got you twice now. That's the best part. But why does it say 29 messages? Did you type it 20? You couldn't possibly have typed it 29 times. Still, at least we know it works, right? That's a good thing. All right. Okay. I'm really, now that we're doing so well here, and it's not complete disaster, I'm actually going to do it. And I want to keep open this. Wait, did they make this website? I mean, is this it? Oh, it's a Donny Walls, of course. Yeah, it deleted every other message I had because apparently I'm bad enough that my entire history needs. Dude, love it. Okay, you know what? We're gonna test it. Next time you're doing a stream, sir, I am gonna drop by your chat and do all caps. And then we'll see if it's like, okay, let's get him, right? I'm going to leave that page open because I want to go back to that and read that some of the time. Okay, so how do I create an auto-complete feature using Swift UI? Oh yeah, one eagle knot, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Autocomplete for a text field in Swift UI iOS example using async await. Well, but that's gonna force you to do. I mean, I don't care whether it's only 15, but you really shouldn't have to use iOS 15, whatever, right? Maybe you shouldn't warn Eagle Knot. Maybe we should just surprise him. Autocomplete for Swift UI using async await and actors. Oh, I have not done anything with actors, and I've read about async await, but I haven't done anything with it. So I don't know squat about actors in Swift. So that'll be interesting. I would hate that we find something that totally explains how to do it and it works and takes the mystery out of it. But this kind of does look like it a bit. All right, so let's have a look here. So they've got an array of words, right? And then they've got some state with an empty string. They've got a text field tied to that. My watch is low on power. Let's fix that right now. Without getting too off topic here, can I just say the watch, the battery time on the watch Series 7, really impressed. Easily gets me through a day when I remember to put it on. All right, give me 1 second here. And also, it still looks so amazing in red. Can I just say the product red? All right, there you go. There you go, watch. Okay. So they've got this. They got. So how's it actually doing it? So it's got a list. Suggestions can come from a server. Blah blah blah. Okay, so they've got the list. We got that right. Go to cache. As an actor, actor protects its own data, ensuring that only a single thread will access that data at a given time. Interesting. I didn't know that. I don't, like I say, I don't know anything about actors. I don't know about any of you. Any of you used actors at all in Swift? So the cache stores a list of cities. Load lazily on first access. The cache lookup is straightforward. Enumeration comparing prefixes. Seems like that. I mean, this is, I thought to myself, does it do some kind of loop thing? But I don't know, that doesn't sound very efficient to me, right? Maybe that's just me. CocoType says, I wanted to be an actor in high school, but then realized it was boring, so now I just play myself in front of a camera instead. Oh, man. Well, at school, I always wanted to be one of the trees in the plays, so I fulfilled that dream. Same thing, right? That and that's all you know about actors. That and I was, if my ambition in life had been to be one of the pumpkin wheels, things on Cinderella's thing at school, then I guess I was living the dream on that too. Okay, so I may not do this today, but I think I'm going to read up on this, and we may have some fun with this because if it gives me an excuse to play with some new technology like sync await and actors, that might be beneficial for all of us, right? Or not, or it might be, or not. All right. And for the observant among you, you may have noticed I'm committing. Going to try and commit. I have put a Wednesday stream on, by the way, Wednesday nights to do. Essentially, I just called it Apple game development. So I would do a midweek one where we had the fun with that game that I was working on, and then the weekend one to do sort of appy things. So now I just need Nicholas to hold me to that, right? Synchronous calls. Okay, this actually not as bad a looking code as I thought it might be. Sounds good, right, Nicholas? I thought you might, if you hadn't noticed it, I thought I should give you the heads up on that so you can hold me to it, buddy. Thank you. Okay, I am gonna keep this around because this might be worth playing with. I'm hoping what they've done here. It really shouldn't be a list like this. It should be attached to the text field. It's just my thought. But the implementation of how this works, that's going to be interesting to look at. Definitely going to play around with this and read up on this. I got to believe that there is, I want to find a way to do it before Swift 5.5 though. Just out of curiosity, but it's good that we've got that one. So I got that to read this week. In fact, let me hit the button here right now. Okay, there we go. Yes. And also, I want to brush up on this one as well. Make sure that I know why I'm using the things that I'm using, not just because I thought it was right. Okay. Awesome. And then it's that one done. All right, great. So those are those. All right. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it here for the day. I think we are just over the 1 hour mark. Actually got working things. Like I say, I think it took all of 10 minutes to do the toolbar at the top, which I'm staggered how easy that was. But I want to go back now and put that in one of my apps. But I may wait and do that on the stream as well, so we can take an existing app, convert it over to that and see, so that we can all have some fun with that as well. Awesome. Well, again, thank you everybody in the chat room. It is I am so blessed that I have awesome people in the chat room who not only solve my problems, but we just have a lot of fun with it as well. So thank you so much. If you haven't, go ahead and hit that follow button because you want to see disasters like this every week. You know you do, right? Remember, if my code goes wrong, it's going to make you feel better about your code, and that's a goal here. So with that, have an awesome week, everybody. I will, expect Nicholas to be bugging me on Twitter or whatever, and I will be here on Wednesday. We'll do some game programming. We'll continue working with that sprite stuff, right? Remember that? We're going to be doing some of that. I'm going to put a quick little plug in here because I have actually started for those of you who are gamers, specifically PC gamers, at least at the moment, although I got my Switch as well. I have started up my game streaming, but I've kept it separate from this one to make life so that developers get the dev stuff. It's not going to bother you for the game stuff and vice versa. If you go to UiBuzz, UiBuzz on Twitch, you will find me there. That is my game stream. I've just started that going again with some Destiny 2 and some other stuff and some game development on there as well. Probably going to do Unity on that one though. So if that's stuff that's interests you, check it out. I think I've got this channel set to auto-host it anyway. That's it, folks. It's nearly Monday again. Nearly Monday. Have an awesome week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Greatly appreciate it. As always, huge shout out to you all. In particular, of course, CocoType for solving my problems. Nicholas, buddy, always good to have you drop in. And I'll see you on Wednesday for the gaming one. It's not Monday? What's not Monday? It's Monday tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, it is Monday tomorrow. What are you talking about? Monday, well, actually somewhere it's already Monday. Yeah, it's not Monday today. Thank God it's not Monday today. Oh, Lord. You don't want it to be Monday? I do want it to be Monday because I need to ship some products this week. So I gotta get on that. So I want it to be Monday. I can do that, get that off my plate, and cruise into December. So that'll be it. All right, folks. Have a good one. Appreciate you all. And I will see you soon. Thank you so much. Take care.